fine Wednesday afternoon. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Jackson outside. This one for three. O'Neal pulls it in. And here's Albuquerque now. Rim protection and shooting, so important. Jaren Jackson Jr. has both of those skills, Stan.
Yeah, and look, Brian, it's rare to find guys who can do both of those things. Shot blocker at the rim and stretch the defense at the other end. Guys like that are hard to come by.
He's been a defensive player of the year. Maybe we'll see him in the three-point contest for me. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility.
There's Jackson with the three. Sinks the tray.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And it's O'Neal off the drive. Grant left side. And that one comes up a bit short.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Chalmers. Outside for Grant. Lets it go from the wing. Right side O'Neal. 4-3. And again, it's Albuquerque missing. Left side, Koulibaly. Pass to Ayton. Now Jackson. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range! From downtown. Jackson's got 6.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Now here's Anunoby. And here's Grant from the arc. Gets the three to fall.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Anunoby on the take. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set. That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Grant outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Chalmers. 6 to shoot. Back to Grant. And Ayton pulls it down. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter of the game. Jackson gets the bucket. Give him 8 points now.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
Shot from 12. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here's Chalmers. No points so far. There's the triple. Knocks down the triple.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's his first trip to the line.
Team foul.
He misses the free throw.
At the line for Albuquerque, Mario Chalmers.
And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid from that.
Grant outside. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's Leonard. Ooh, Ayton with the block. The offensive rebound. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Albuquerque shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for two, Shaquille.
And so he makes both from the line. Koulibaly on the wing. And the layup is good off the glass. Koulibaly's got 5 points.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. They're up by 8. Hey. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Here's Leonard. It doesn't go for him. Pass to Chalmers. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. 6 points for him.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
From the arc. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Here's Grant. Outside Anunoby. Grant the screen. Lets it fly. Rebounded by Kamari. Pass to Ayton. Here's Kamari. Koulibaly on the wing. Hits the trifecta.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Inside. Grant. Off with the layup.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Outside Koulibaly. Here's the 3. Hits a three-pointer. Koulibaly's got 6 here in the quarter.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is giving.
And how about Jaren Jackson Jr., another second-generation player that we have here in the NBA?
Yeah, Brian, and his dad was a winner at every level. He was a high school champion, had the #1 team in college, and of course was part of a championship team with the Spurs.
To the wing, right side. Here's Chalmers. Sinks it from distance. Chalmers has got 9. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Anunoby on the take to the middle. Jackson outside. From outside the arc. They get it again. Let's go with a 3. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton tucks it last.
Substitution on the court.
And it's Leonard with the ball for Albuquerque. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Got a piece of it. Outside Irving. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. And Irving powers it home.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Albuquerque shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. He hits the 2nd from the line. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Here's Fareed. Drops in the 3. Fareed's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Chalmers. Takes the 3. Here's O'Neal. Ellison grabs the board. 1:10 left in the second period. Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And there's the screen. Here's Fareed going inside.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
Grant outside. Leonard on the wing. Back to Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
3.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Here's Reddish. Here's Black. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Poke loose. And stolen by Irving. Good if it goes. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Delivering the blowout. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Here's the pick. To the paint. Here's Dunn. Deflected. And he recovers it. Matase can't hit.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Fareed. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Albuquerque shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And so Jackson nails both of them. Right side, Irving. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on G.G. Jackson. That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
The home team on D. Here's Irving. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Ellison. It's rebounded by Batase. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Reddish. Misses the baby hook. Outside Irving. Pass to Fareed. Back to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Nifty move. And Irving powers it home.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Now here's Dunn with the 7-footer. And it goes out of bounds following the shot.
Team ball.
Here's Black. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. There's the three. The shot by Farid, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Down low. Here's Dunn. Nice D from Reddish.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him. Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
From the high post. Misses off the right iron. Outside Reddish. Pass to Irving. Here's Farid. Boom! He jams it straight down.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Back to Dunn. Tipped. Outside Irving.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the third. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up. Pass to Alexander. To end the drought. That shot, no good.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Jackson. And it's blocked by Irving. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Pass to Reddish. They set a pick. Here's Black. There's the steal.
Away team foul. Julius Irving. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
56 seconds left in the third quarter. And stolen by Irving.
Not the best pass, guys, and the defense took full advantage.
Julius Irving.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Ellison's shot is good.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And they're on the run. Here's Black. There's the block. And they'll keep possession. Here's Farid. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And it's good. 2 points. Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Irving for three. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already.
The away team
Delivering the blowout. After a quick break, we're and 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Chalmers.
It'll be a turnover. Albuquerque ball.
And here's Albuquerque now. Pass to Graham. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And the free throw, no good. Here's Kamare. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Fantastic decision-making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Puts it up. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. Chalmers has got his first points of the game. Here's Chalmers. They grab their own miss. Jackson for three. That one is off. On offense, here's Albuquerque. Grant's shot is off.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
There's Jackson with the three. Pass to Chalmers. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Leonard looking around. The rebound by Jackson. Pass to Ayton. The three. And it's Jaren Jackson Jr. with the three.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Koulibaly. Three-pointer in transition.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from three and capitalized.
And that one's good. Chalmers. Chalmers has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you guys know I love analytics, but I still like the mid-range, especially when he's taking the shot.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. Here's Chalmers to the wing on the left. Jackson outside. Fires from deep. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding him.
Ayton inside. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
It's tipped. Jackson surveying the D. And he drops it in from the low post.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
1:14 left in the final quarter. Pass to Kamari. And he drives in. Now Ayton to the inside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Chalmers. Fires the three. Counted from distance.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Koulibaly. No good on the triple. They haven't looked like themselves the last few possessions.
They haven't. This is when they really need to be patient and get a clean look.
Stolen by Ayton. Pass to Kamari. Jackson with it. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This one wasn't even close.
Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Now Grant. Inside. Here's Anunoby. It's rebounded by Koulibaly.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Chalmers surveying the D. He takes it in. Yep, that one goes.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Now, here's Chalmers. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Getting work done inside. Chalmers not being dissuaded by his size.
Here's Chalmers. Grant trying to break free.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Anunoby. Chalmers outside. Off target from three-point range. Leonard with the steal. Fires from the wing. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Hey, he's not known for his passing, but that time Shaquille O'Neal makes the right play with a nice feed to set up a teammate.
Jackson from long range. Ayton wide open. It's rebounded by Anunoby. One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Leonard, that's for 2. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. There's Jackson with the 3. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Anunoby outside. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
Now, here is O'Neal. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. Here's Koulibaly. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Lets it go with the 3. They get it again. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Ayton's got 5 points so far.
I love the confidence. Ayton knows he must continue to hone his jumper, especially shooting it off the catch.
Here's Anunoby, and the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Koulibaly. It's good from long range.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And that one's good. Leonard.
You know, a little bit of contact will not bother Leonard at all. I mean, he's so strong as a player. It's part of the deal for him.
The 3 from Chalmers to the left wing. Pass to Koulibaly. Here's the 3. And it's Ayton missing. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Chalmers' shot is no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Now here's Ayton. Pass to Jackson. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Albuquerque. 19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Leonard missing. Right side Jackson. And he's good on the 3-ball. He's got 6.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Albuquerque trails by 6. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Love to see Chalmers attacking the basket and keeping the pressure on the defense.
Pass to Jackson. From outside, off the mark. Outside Leonard. Fires from deep. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Leonard's got 5.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Chalmers' shot is no good. For 3. Leonard, no luck. Here's Kamari. And it's off from 3-point range. And it's Chalmers with the ball. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. They now take the lead.
Assist goes to
Shaq's got the lead up to 1 now for Albuquerque.
He's still young, big personality for a big man. O'Neal, a bunch of fun to watch go to work inside.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Jackson down low. Out to the wing. Here's Ayton. The 3-pointer is right on target. 8 points for him.
And this is something Ayton has to keep developing. In this era, big men have to possess an outside jumper.
3-pointer. They get the rebound. Over to the left wing. And the basket by Chalmers.
Chalmers kept his eyes on the rim, playing with confidence.
Grant for 3. Albuquerque again can't hit it. Here's Jackson. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Here's Koulibaly. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. To the wing on the left. Leonard with the steal. And here we go, Albuquerque, fast break. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fellas. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Pass to Grant. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistleblower.
Hey, we understand that free throw shooting is not the strength of Harvey Grant's game, but I tell you what, you got to admire the fact he's been working on it.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Black. defended by Chalmers. Black in the post. Three-pointer. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Now here's Irving. OG Anunoby unable to get his last shot to go. The shot's good from Irving.
How about Irving stretching out the defense, making the most of a rare trip behind the arc.
Now here's Grant. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
Here's Fareed. Irving from long range. The rebound by Grant. Albuquerque trails by 19. Jackson has the open look. And he's off on his first shot of the game. Pass to Black. It's Fareed, top of the key. He gets it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And the three ball is good. Black's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Fareed inside to the wing right side, to the left side wing. Irving with a clean look. That three off the mark.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
It's up a three. Here's Irving. Sinks the triple. Irving's got 6.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Grant for 3. He's off on that one.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
And it's Irving missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Terrific at slashing to the rim. Grant showing off his mobility there.
Fareed with a clean look. Drains the three-pointer. 8 points for him.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Courtney Alexander.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
Pass to Reddish. Irving for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Vitadze can't hit.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Impressive work protecting the basket. He held his ground nicely on that one.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Irving. Drops in the layup for 2. Irving's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Those huge hands combined with that elite athleticism, Irving does the most damage inside the painted area because of it.
Fires from way outside. Rebound by Albuquerque. Reddish with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Back to Grant. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Grant's got 10 points.
This is where Grant loves to do his work. Very confident close to the basket.
They set the screen. Here's Fareed. Banked in off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels. That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Pulls up on the wing, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And guys, they look to set it up in the half court.
Well, that's when you got to rely more on your defense and try to get out in the open floor. Oftentimes, you can develop your rhythm offensively when you get easy baskets.
Right side, Irving. Jacks up a 3. The offensive rebound. Back to Black. Tries again. Shot clock at 6. Here's Fareed. Buries the long-range jumper. Fareed's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Irving way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Irving's got 11 points here in just the second half. Here's Jackson. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Delivering the blowout. And we'll have the start of the... And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so here's Albuquerque. Pass to Reddish. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Here's Vitadze. To the middle. Here's Alexander. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Jackson with the screen. From deep three-point land. And the basket by Chalmers. And so here's Albuquerque. Here's Jackson. Makes it off the glass.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Here's Koulibaly. Nailed from three-point land.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. The free throw drops for Chalmers.
You know, Chalmers can certainly be a playmaker, but he doesn't need the ball in his hands to make an impact. He's a solid defender and a really good spot-up shooter.
For Albuquerque, Shaquille O'Neal. OG Anunoby.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Kicks it out to Leonard from outside the arc. Rebounded by Chalmers.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Kamare. And Chalmers slams it in.
Excellent finish from Chalmers that time. I love when he goes up strong like this.
O'Neal on the wing. Back to Leonard. Fires for three. And the rejection by Ayton. Here's Shaq. Pass to Grant. 5 on the clock. Albuquerque needs to get a shot off here. Here's Anunoby. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
And such poise in pressure situations. Anunoby doesn't let it get to him. Fantastic at keeping his composure. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Kamare. No good on the triple. Leonard on the wing. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Chalmers. Grant trying to break free. Sweet little floater.
Getting work done inside. Chalmers not being dissuaded by his size.
Koulibaly, no good. And Albuquerque with the possession. And here's Leonard from 3. Drills it from outside.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Outside Jackson. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Got a hand on it. And as it goes out of bounds, Albuquerque able to keep the ball here. Outside Leonard. Again, Leonard missing. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Grant for 3. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of the 7. Here's Koulibaly. Chalmers outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound by Albuquerque. Chalmers outside. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the 4th. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some 3s.
Albuquerque again can't hit it.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Pass to Koulibaly. Out of bounds. It'll be Albuquerque's ball.
Albuquerque ball.
We've got 22 seconds left in the game. And he drives in. Here's Chalmers. It's deflected. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Out left to the wing. Here's Kamare. Misses the shot. And so the home crowd treated to a win. And the Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline.
Here we go.
Pass to Koulibaly. Banchero with the screen. Takes it inside. Good on the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Chalmers. Outside Leonard. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Leonard. Banchero, right side. Wembanyama, a screen. And finished off by Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's Chalmers. Following the three-point shot by Albuquerque. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
With the drive, O'Neal. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
When Shaquille O'Neal gets the position he wants inside, it doesn't matter what the defense does. He's putting it in the basket.
Now, Anunoby. After Paolo Banchero misses from long range. Left side, O'Neal. Back to Leonard. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Wembanyama gets it to go.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Now, here's Grant. He has 5. Grant on the wing. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. Here's Wembanyama. The shot comes out. Good D by Anunoby. Here's Chalmers. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Goes up. Great defense that time from Banchero. Koulibaly with it. Leonard picks him up. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Banchero. Chalmers outside. Just 5 to shoot. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This team really relies on Chalmers knocking down threes, spacing the floor. That's where he really brings some value.
to the middle. It's stolen by Banchero. And now the fast break. Banchero with the ball. Pass to Leonard. Chalmers outside. Fires for three. That shot no good. Albuquerque trails by 3. The 3 from Chalmers. Good on the three-point shot. Chalmers has got 5.
This team really relies on Chalmers knocking down threes, spacing the floor. That's where he really brings some value.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one. Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offense. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
My goodness, I felt that dunk way over here. A Shaq quake.
Here's Chalmers, and Chalmers slams it in.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go. Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Wembanyama outside. Banchero with the screen from downtown, and it's sent back by O'Neal. The finish, and Shaq with the slam.
A guy as big as O'Neal running the floor like that? Are you kidding me?
Wembanyama looking it over. Easy money for Wembanyama.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The kick out to O'Neal. Back to Chalmers. Going inside. Grant gets a wide open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Takes a 3. Here's Wembanyama. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wembanyama's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
The 3 from Chalmers. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. 3-pointer. Chalmers' shot is no good.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
No good from Grant.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Albuquerque trails by 4. Grant goes in. Outside Leonard. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Chalmers. Wembanyama left side. Oh, there's the strength training. Wembanyama.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And Shaq with the slam.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Drives to the hoop, and it's blocked. Outside Leonard. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Here's Coulibaly. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
Pass to Grant. Outside O'Neal. And finished off by O'Neal.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
44 seconds left in the first half. Screen by Grant. Inside. Anunoby outside. Rebounded by Chalmers. Banchero outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Banchero's got 7 points.
And wow, look at the quickness there from Banchero getting the shot up in a hurry. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander. Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
And that one, good.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
Your home team
Leading by 5. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here's Alexander. Now, here's Dunn. Pass to Bitadze. Jackson with the screen. And he goes in for the dunk.
Hits his first attempt of the half. Not what you'd call suffocating D on that possession.
That's a mistake they cannot afford to repeat very often. I mean, you can't leave him alone like that. He'll torch you. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Pass to Dunn. Lets it fly. Reddish grabs the rebound. It's Black in the corner. From the arc. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
And the foul on Cam Reddish. That is his first foul of the game.
personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Black. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Bitadze. Space. The shot's good. Bitadze's got 4 points in the quarter.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket. Just rubbing it in their faces with that now.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
That one goes. Count it. Here's Black. Little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
And you can see he just
Always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And here is Ayton. Still yet to score. And he starts out with the miss in this one.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And was maybe a step out of his range.
Here's Dunn. Offline with his three.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Ayton, the screen. Black. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Albuquerque trails by 7. On the wing, Jackson. Reddish with the ball. The three. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Here's Dunn. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Alexander. The offensive rebound. Here's Bitadze. Here's Reddish. Trains the three-pointers. Reddish has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Driving in. Pass to Reddish. Done outside. Shot clock at 5. Got a piece of it. .54 seconds left in the third quarter. Alexander, no luck. Done outside. And done with the slam.
What nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Dunn left side. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Back to Jackson. Albuquerque shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. No good on that one.
Shooting for Albuquerque.
So we can't get either to fall. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. From deep three-point territory. Rebound by Albuquerque. There's Jackson with the three. And they will call over the back on the play.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, you know, that was out of his reach anyway, so I don't even know why he made that effort. No need to commit the foul there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now Chalmers. And we've reached the end of the third. They lead by 8. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Here's Black. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. Great look there, but off target. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
First personal foul.
Oh, very difficult to just stop Kawhi inside. He's a powerful player who commits to his attacks.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And here's Chalmers for 3. Leonard on the wing. Leonard, so dangerous from deep.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
A 3 from Wembanyama. Traps in the tray.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here. D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Pass to Wembanyama. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Kicks it out to Grant. Back to Chalmers. Launches it. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Albuquerque trails by 10. Pass to O'Neal. Over in the corner, Chalmers. Screen by O'Neal. Shoots from the line. Chalmers' shot is no good. For the 3. And that's good. Mario Chalmers for 3.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
A shot by Wembanyama, no good. Pass to Anunoby. Screen by Grant. Lets it go with the 3. Anunoby, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the wide open shot from Chalmers. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Here's O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
And you know, once O'Neal flips the switch, folks, there's no stopping him. He's going to do what he wants to do and take whatever he wants to take.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Fires from way outside. Rebound by Albuquerque.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Grant. Back to Leonard. Grant outside. 6 on the shot clock. Over Banchero. Here's O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
You've got to admire and respect how Shaq fights for the rebounds there. I mean, he puts in the work to get those second chance looks.
Here's Chalmers. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and 1.
1:04 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Chalmers from the arc. Banchero grabs the board. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it. Up for Albuquerque. They trail by 11. The kick out to Anunoby. And Wembanyama puts up a deep 3. Another shot. Here's Banchero. From beyond the arc and then some.
And more than respectable from 3. Banchero stretching his range there. Wow.
And stolen by Leonard. Down low. And oh, here we go. Chalmers has got it. The fast break chance. From the wing.
Harvey Grant.
Stolen by Chalmers. It's stolen by Banchero. A three from Wembenyama. And so the home crowd treated to a win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines.
Here we go.
Outside Leonard. And a miss there on the triple. And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Now, here's Chalmers. Over Chalmers. Banchero grabs the board.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
The three from Chalmers. They get it back. Here's Koulibaly. Drains it from 17 feet out.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two.
And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Now, here's Chalmers. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Outside Leonard. Chalmers looking around. Banchero with the screen. Chalmers' shot is no good. O'Neal high post. Anunoby outside. To the inside. Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And here's Chalmers for three. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Leonard on the wing. Six to shoot. Pass to Anunoby. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Leonard, no luck. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. A three-pointer, no good. Inside. It's stolen by Banchero. Fires the three. Koulibaly, no good. Here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
And it's Chalmers with the ball. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. Screen by Grant. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Leonard. Grant outside. Screen by Grant. Here's Chalmers. Back to Grant. And he gets the bucket. Grant's got 6 points.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Banchero after Shaquille O'Neal's miss. O'Neal comes with the double team from deep three-point land. Offensive rebound. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Chalmers outside. Screened by Grant. And Chalmers slams it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Shaq down low. Lays it up off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Albuquerque leads by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Albuquerque.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. To the paint. Here's Shaq. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And how about Banchero showing some passion there, going in hard and finishing right at the rim.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
So they foul intentionally.
First personal foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Chalmers outside. Banchero with the screen. Misses the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. Looked good from here.
Driving to the basket. Offensive rebound. Grant up top. O'Neal looking around. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Wembanyama. And stolen by Chalmers. Anunoby outside. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Leonard has it in the corner. An even 3-on-3 break. Stolen by Chalmers. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Grant. And here's Leonard. Hasn't made one yet. Sinks the three-pointer.
Incredible accuracy from Leonard. Daring the defense to cover him outside.
Screen by O'Neal. Goes up from the top of the key. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Chalmers has got 9. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And Chalmers slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Driving in. Snatched up. The kick out to Anunoby. Back to Grant. Clock at 6. Pass to Anunoby. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Now Leonard. Out of bounds. It'll be Albuquerque's ball. .133 left in the first half of the game. And here's Chalmers for 3. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Kicks it out to Banchero. Shot clock at 5. Tries again. Rebound by Albuquerque.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Chalmers outside. Pass to Leonard. From downtown, the rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Banchero. Off target from three-point range. Albuquerque leading by 9. From 18 feet away. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Wembanyama way outside. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so it's Albuquerque ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And so here's Albuquerque. Here's Alexander. Pass to Reddish. Right wing. Here's Alexander. Black grabs the board. Here's Bitadze. And here comes the break. From the wing. Black, no good. Albuquerque leading by 9. Here's Dunn. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Reddish. Albuquerque again can't hit it. And they're moving it up. There's the 3. Reddish's shot is good. Reddish has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Nice find from the big man, Aiden. I like watching this man scan the floor.
Drives to the hoop. Jackson in the corner. And Jackson throws it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Here's Black, and he dunks it down.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Albuquerque leading by 7. There's a screen. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
With the drive, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Back to Dunn. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Alexander, no luck. Here's Black. 5 points in the game. From the arc. It's deflected. And they're running. Pass to Alexander. Here's Bitadze to the left wing. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Triple from the wing. And Albuquerque leads by 8.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes to come off the clock. And Reddish with the slam.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Reddish, no good on the free throw. Here's Vitadze, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
To the left side wing. Puts up a three. Black, no good. And it's Chalmers with the ball. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. Pulls from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Dunn. Here's Vitadze. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Vitadze's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, if you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
Here's Black. Buries it from three-point range. Black's got 8 points.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
The three from Chalmers. The offensive rebound.
Away team ball.
.36 seconds left in the third. Black, no good. Albuquerque leading by 7. Anunoby has the open look. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
They get it again.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
And Shaq with the slam.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And so it's Albuquerque ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more in store for you right at... And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Now Chalmers. Banchero left side. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Albuquerque leading by 9. Here's Chalmers, and it's denied. 3-on-3. Here's Wembanyama. It's good.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's Chalmers. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. And Albuquerque leads by 9.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And look at Banchero go, taking off before the defense has a chance to load towards the ball.
Reddish with the ball. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
First team foul.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Albuquerque?
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
And it's sent back by O'Neal. It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Chalmers, and Chalmers slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Screen by O'Neal. Just 5 on the clock. And finished off by O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even at a power finish.
He's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Van Carroll looking around. From deep three-point land. The rebound by Grant.
Questionable shot selection in that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
And it's sent back by Leonard.
And those long arms and huge hands, Leonard has all the tools he needs to erase shots.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Pass to Grant. There's the triple. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Grant's got the lead up to 11 now for Albuquerque. Here's Koulibaly. And here's Chalmers from the arc. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. .130 left to play here in the fourth. O'Neal. Good defense by Wembanyama. Here's Koulibaly. It's good from long range. Koulibaly's got 5 points now this quarter.
And guys, the best thing about Kawhi picking up assists is that it's contagious. When you've got a dominant scorer setting his teammates up, and everyone falls in line. This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Sinks the triple.
Used to these big moments from his college days. Banchero's heartbeat should stay low here.
And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. Here's Grant. Good.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamental.
And Caro outside. .34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Wembanyama outside. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
ICE, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. O'Neal. Good!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver. And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
And so Albuquerque takes the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me,